a roadside bomb, went off on just kind of a routine convoy through central Baghdad. Make a long story short, took my left leg with it, so I've been an above-the-knee amputee for about 18 years. You never expect that to happen, and then it does, and you have no idea what your life is going to be like. Sports kind of gave me the confidence to realize that my life could go on. 18 years later, three-time Paralympian, medalist, Team USA. Sports has given me such an outlet that I never knew.
So I ran for 10 years before my amputation, and I've run a marathon probably every year, maybe 2 a year since. Shortly before my amputation, I had just started doing ultra marathons, which is anything over marathon distance.
Dare2tri Triathlon Club is, we're based out of Chicago, and we get athletes with physical disabilities into the sport of triathlon. One of our marquee camps is this military camp. So everyone that's an athlete here with us is a veteran. They have been injured in some way, a wide range of physical disabilities, but nothing that will stop them from being a triathlete. A lot of them are here first time since their injury, maybe the first time swimming, never done a triathlon, and we are here to show them what they can still do.
So I met Melissa last night. Kind of everything that I want to be. You know, she's out there doing marathons in her running blade. It's my goal. So I haven't had much exposure to fellow amputees who are active. Definitely none who run. So it's just nice to talk to someone else who runs and give me something to look forward to and motivational to be like, yeah, if I can do it, you can do it.
Our camp is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We culminate with Leon's triathlon, and what better race for these veterans to come be a part of than the most patriotic race in America.
It is absolutely very emotional to see someone jumping in the water with the confidence that I'm going to get to the finish line that does not have their vision or does not have a limb. The sport of triathlon offers such an amazing vehicle for that, and then you wrap it with what I call organic patriotism. You've created an experience that once they get to the finish line, now what they're telling us is, we're going on with our life, because a lot of them are dealing with issues, isolation, etc. And I'm not well versed to even speak on that topic, but just understanding the multiple surgeries and everything they're going through, that now I made it from here to here with all them obstacles and challenges. I'm going forward with my life, where sometimes we all need a little bit of a helping hand. This environment is all about inspiring and making sure that everyone understands we are going to make it. Not I, we.
The camaraderie is so strong. I mean, it's strong with athletes with disabilities. It's strong with people with disabilities, but then you have the smaller subset of the veteran population who has been in the military, who has a disability, and here we are all together becoming triathletes. It's like an instant bond. I mean, a lot of these men and women I've never met before, but I can already tell they're incredible people, and I'm honored to just be able to be with them this weekend.
Instant family. That's one of the things I love about military service, is you have that instant family. So now, not only do we have the instant family of the military, but of the trauma of being an amputee. So it's great. That's one of the things I've always loved about racing is it doesn't matter if you know this person you're out there running next to, you know they're struggling, you can talk to them and you can offer words of encouragement, and that may be something that helps get them across the finish line. Whereas coming to something like this, I get to know these people, and then it's just the feeling of family there's nothing like it. Racing is great, but stuff where you get to bond with fellow racers ahead of time is just even better.
Leon, no is not in his vocabulary. He puts us first. Our entire group, it just feels so incredibly welcomed, and it's one of my favorite races of the year because it's fun, the course is great, and the support that Leon and his staff give. As a veteran, I mean, there's no more patriotic race that you'll find.
Our attitude was, if you'll educate us, we're honored. Anything we could do to help and assist, count us in. Not even a question, but but you're going to have to educate us because that's a space that we're not knowledgeable. So we're fortunate because we have some of the best on the planet Earth that educate us on what we need to do out here, and the end result is one of the few para-friendly certified courses in the United States of America.
I think anyone that meets him knows very quickly that he is, he truly does recognize the service and sacrifice that veterans have made.
My dad, like a lot of people, when they were 16 years old, they left America. Many of them knew they weren't coming back. They wanted a better country for the future. My father was fortunate, he did make it back. There was an American Legion Post 454 that my dad was deeply involved with. We lived next to it. So as a little kid, the only thing that I knew was the American Legion and veterans. I lived in that space 24/7, and what I witnessed was the depth of the love and the commitment to each other. That depth left such an impact on me, and it taught me a lesson. It's all about friendships in life. That's where the wealth is in the journey of life.
There's a level that most civilians never see, so you just don't understand. It's different when you're on a deployment versus when you're home. You have an idea and you can be sympathetic, but true understanding doesn't come without experience, for sure.
My mom's brother was in the Battle of the Bulge. Called my mom, and my mom was busy, and he just started talking. He was in his 90s. First time he's talked about it. And what I have learned is you never know when that moment will happen. But when that moment does happen, we all have a moral obligation to listen. You're listening to history. It is so important for all of us in America to be great listeners, because what they're doing is they're educating us, and they're educating us from their heart. They were there willing to die. That's the least that we can do.
There's certain values ingrained from the military, but I also think you're kind of a go-getter, right? Like you have a strong sense of worth, a strong sense of self, of being part of something bigger than yourself. So you put him in a situation where, you know, it's scary, like he's fully blind and he's gonna jump into water. Like that's scary. But it's not, I would say the veteran community is not one to hold back. And you have these amazing volunteers and coaches that are here with you to make sure that you are safe, and they're gonna do it with you. And it just kind of gives you that extra encouragement to get in, and then suddenly you're doing it. Like you're like, oh, I can do this, and here I am doing it. And it's pretty great.
I don't think I would have been able to do it without Dare2tri, for sure. I had an awesome helper who was there to help motivate me, tell me I could keep going, when in my head I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stop. Especially on the run portion, it was brutal.
I think when you jump into athletics or sports after being injured, it kind of shows you the things you can still do. I think a lot of times, like, we're so ingrained to think about, oh my God, will I ever be an athlete? But you can be. We show them how much ability is in a disability. I mean, it's incredible. You can just see it in them too. A lot of them never thought they would ever swim, bike, and run, much less do it all at the same time. So we're kind of here just showing them that they can still do that. And crossing the finish line on Sunday, we like to say that the finish line is like just the beginning, just realizing what they can still do. I guarantee you that they will not be the same person on Sunday after the race that they were when they got here yesterday. It changes lives.